Hello and welcome back to the Dune Minute Podcast, your place to dive deep, minute by minute, into the cinematic adaptation of Frank Herbert's world of Dune. I am one of your hosts, Zach.
And I'm John.
And we are back on this very lovely Sunday for us recording.
Yeah.
It's a Monday for all the listeners out in listener land. And
unlike last week when it was a Monday, and surprise, it's a Sunday, actually.
That's right. We got to keep them on their toes, I guess. We have a very special week this week, John.
We do. We have our first of 2 guest weeks in a row.
Whew, what are we thinking?
We're at the end of the movie. There's a lot of stuff that we have to talk about, and people that also have opinions on the things that we need to talk about. So that's what we're thinking.
We are joined by our personal friend and friend of the show, Liz. Hello, Liz. How's it going?
Hey, thanks for having me on.
You're so very welcome. The pleasure is ours, I feel like.
Yep. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
With all of our guests that we have come on, we always like to start, or at least try to start with the question of how did you get introduced to Dune?
Yes. How did you get introduced to Dune, Liz?
John actually introduced me to Dune. I had heard of it before, but I'm not really a big fantasy, sci-fi type person, and was kind of skeptical about it. But I think he forcibly made me watch the first movie.
Yep.
John would never.
No. Would I ever be like, we have to watch this right now?
No, not even once. And that never happened with anything else either.
Yeah, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
But yeah, so watched the movie, really liked it, and I am a special type of masochist who likes to read. So I started reading the series. I am about to start Chapter House and finish the OG 6.
Well,
Nice.
Some background on your masochism. You're a librarian, so you definitely love to read. It's just that your reading is more on the nonfiction variety.
Well, kind of, or like
Or if you're fiction,
silly nonsense, not like actual stories with political intrigue and ecological implications and, you know, all the things that make Dune great and complicated and relevant.
Yeah, little did you know when I said, hey, this is a sci-fi movie about the desert and worms, did you think that you'd be talking about well-structured and well-thought-out pieces of literature about how we handle leaders in our society? You know, little important things like that.
It's an allegory for oil.
Whoa.
I know. Crazy, right?
Imperialism? Who'd have thought?
Whoa. God.
Well, great. Well, yeah, I've heard from John that you've he was keeping me up to date on your progress through the books. And it seemed like every other week he was like, she finished that one, on to the next one. And I was like, Jesus.
She reads fast.
I read fast.
Clearly,
yeah.
I wish I could.
I think you read the first Dune in like 2 weeks.
That sounds right.
And
yeah.
then you read Messiah in like 2 days.
A weekend, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of stalled out around Heretics, though.
Heretics is rough. Like, after you read
a
God
hard
Emperor.
transition.
Yeah, after you read God Emperor, it's like, okay, this could have been done here. And then you have all of Heretics to work through, which is, I think, longer than God Emperor.
I think so, yeah.
It's a long book.
I was waiting for them to be shorter at the end, and they're not. They might be longer.
I think so. I mean, Messiah is definitely the shortest one of the series, I believe, or at least the original 6.
Yeah.
Well, we are excited to have you here. We have, not to spoil it, a pretty good set of minutes here.
Good is relative, but we'll get into it.
Okay, let me say, I have a lot of good notes for these.
Yeah, okay. We're going to have a lot to talk about. We are not going to be talking about the weather for 20 minutes like we did last week.
If only.
Zach, what minutes
good.
are we talking about, though?
Well, today on this lovely Monday for the listeners out there, we are talking about minute 140 through 141. 140 minutes into this movie.
It's a little bit of time.
I pulled it up yesterday.
2 hours and 20 minutes.
When I was doing my notes, I pulled it up and I saw the little progress meter on the bottom of the player, and it was so close to the end, and I was like, I'm so goddamn excited.
I mean, to be fair, it's only like 750 pages into the book that we're at right now.
Right.
But yeah.
So, John, what did we leave off with last week?
Oh God, what didn't we leave off with? Well, we had Hole, we had Worm,
A lot of hole.
we had Chani and Herfadaikin going out to bury themselves to immediately dig themselves back out from the sand.
And then run 3 football fields.
Yep. Or however
distance.
far we decided it was.
They looked super badass doing it.
They really did.
We had excited Stilgar having the time of his life riding Worm.
Yep.
Paul and all of his fanatics from the south are coming in from the north this time. And, things aren't looking super great in the throne room. Vladimir's got his balls snipped, and he's, clinging to life. All of the Sardaukar are protecting all of the Imperial Court. Fade is doing Fade things, and we left off with some Sardaukar guards entering this giant dust cloud as the front doors just burst open.
Yeah.
And it got real quiet real fast, and we only saw some non-Sardaukar shadows making their way out of the dust.
That's right. We left on the person emerging from the dust.
I wonder who that could be.
I don't know. I have not watched past this minute yet. So. So, person is emerging from the dust, and we pretty much immediately cut to a very hard stare from Fade, and which is going to be his general demeanor for the entire week.
Not true.
He gets a little bit added on to it, which we'll talk
does,
about.
yeah.
We'll definitely talk about that here.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of hard staring from a lot of people this week.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a lot of attitude happening, or lack of attitude, perhaps.
So this person walks through the dust, or emerges from the dust, and he walks right past the Sard guard, and they are
Sard guard on guard?
And they are just ready to throw down, which is a real Sard guard on guard. That's exactly where I had that joke, you fucker. And behind them, the whole court is just, I don't know.
They're clutching their pearls.
Clutching pearls, staring in anticipation. I'm going to be sprinkling in book notes as we go through. I think this is the minutes that we're going to be talking about this week. I think are fabricated enough to where it's probably best just to sprinkle in book stuff.
Yeah.
I really wish we had the guild members that were supposed to be present here, because this is where they would have had their moment.
Oh, but the guild members from the sci-fi mini-series with their big, goofy, tall hats.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing their weird, hand motions and stuff.
Well, see, even that was a little more flamboyant than the book.
No, but what I'm saying is I would have taken them just straight from that and plopped them into Denis' film.
Sure. The guild members are supposed to be kind of just, I think there's 2 guild members that are supposed to be there, and they're just dressed in normal gray robes, whatever. But after this explosion rocks the room, we come to learn that they are wearing contacts that hide their blue eyes because they don't want people to know how dependent they are on the spice. But one of the contacts gets knocked out from one of the guild members. So the Emperor sees it. He's like, what the fuck's that?
Hey, you.
I think that's how you know this is old, too, because, can you imagine getting a contact knocked out now? That was a thing that happened to people.
Oh, sure.
How hard have you been hit to knock a... Jeez.
Well, hang on. I'll say, before I got my lasers shot into my eyes and corrected my vision, I was an avid contact user, and sometimes they would just fall out.
Yeah.
I would be doing nothing, and then a contact would just bloop, plop right out. So it doesn't even take an explosion to do it with me.
Just bad timing for that guild member.
Yeah.
Oh. Crawling around on the ground. Where's my contact?
My glasses.
My glasses.
Remember, I was on a band trip once in high school, and it was like the first time that I was experimenting with contacts. And
That's not where I thought you were going.
Yeah. I was going to say, there's a lot of different experimenting that happens on band trips.
Band trip, yeah.
Well, y'all know me. No, there wasn't. But I was so full of hubris, I left my glasses at home because I was like, surely I will not need a backup system.
Dumbass.
Rookie move.
And I think it was the first day of a 4-day trip. One of them fell out.
Oh, God.
I had pretty bad vision. I'm fairly nearsighted, it was. And so I just had to rock one contact for 3 days. I don't know if y'all ever tried to do that.
How awful was that headache?
Just walking around with an eye patch on.
Well, it's so weird. It's like your vision is at the same time clear and
clear.
blurry.
Yeah.
It's such a weird, trippy thing.
It's really weird. Nothing is completely blurry and nothing is completely clear.
Your brain's just the
You're
whole
just
time.
what?
The whole time you're just like, I think I can see that. I don't know. Maybe.
I can only imagine it must have been the worst. Or if I was in that case, I would have the worst migraine of my life because of that. So
I don't remember any headaches associated with it, but I do remember it just being a very weird trip. Then I had to play music in that, which was fun. So
that's when you're definitely one eye open, reading your music and
exactly.
yeah.
Anyways, so we get a shot of the Baron still lying on the stairs, and he kind of turns his head with his mouth open to see what all the ruckus is.
Wails over and just
Yeah. And this figure slowly starts to ascend the stairs. We see a crisp knife in hand.
But he's super cool about it because he's skipping a step every now and then.
No, he is not.
Yes, he is.
They're just really wide stairs. No, because I thought he was initially, and I went back and watched. They're just really wide stairs.
No, the first step you can see him skip one, and
Does he do a double?
Yeah,
What a badass.
Zach.
Yes, Muad'Dib, come on.
We don't know that yet, Liz.
It's fucking Paul.
It's Paul.
And what I love is Paul doesn't give a shit about fate. He doesn't give a shit about the Emperor. He's just single-minded, right towards this lard-ass man who's just flopping around on the ground.
Right.
Not unlike my cat does.
Well, he can't breathe anymore, right? Part of the tubes that were cut were
Yeah, so his balls were his breathing apparatus.
Okay, yeah,
Because
so
of
he's struggling.
Yeah.
Gravity doing no favors.
No. But he's still trying to get up to the throne. I guess that's in his...
what is the goal there?
I don't know.
If he makes it to the seat, all of his problems are over. Just like that.
It's a capture the flag situation, I guess. Whoever sits up there is the emperor.
This is the chair.
Yep.
Yeah.
King in the castle, king in the castle.
Paul's knife is bloody as hell. I mean, the entirety of him is.
Yeah.
But you get a close up on the knife, and you can just see it's been put through a fair amount of use recently.
There are only a few Sardaukar outside, so.
That's true. Well, it's a few less now. So the Baron rolls over on his back, and this figure he's got the full head wrappings on, so we really only see the eyes. We get these blue eyes, staring down at him, and we get the only real word for this minute, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is grandfather.
Which Vladimir has a moment where his eyes kind of widen out, and he's like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Oh, I wanted to talk about this. Okay, so imagine from the Baron's perspective. You were just having a conversation with your boss. He cut your balls off. You're trying to make your way up some stairs. Big old explosion happens behind you. You're struggling to breathe. And this person walks up to you and says, "Grandfather."
And then gives you a couple seconds for you to put it all together.
Could he put it together?
I think he did. Vladimir knew that he had a child that was taken away.
Oh, yeah. That's a book. That's a movie invention, though.
Well, here we are.
Yeah, I mean, does he know does he know?
Well, he knows,
like Jessica and Paul and
no, I don't think he knows who it is. I think he knows that yes, he has offspring, but because he sees a couple of weeks ago we got him looking down over the baby scene.
Yeah,
okay, yeah,
the completely normal looking baby.
Yeah,
at that.
But again, that's a movie invention that never happens in books, to my knowledge. So yeah, I don't know. This would be
in the books.
This would be a real A to C kind of putting it together.
In the books, he certainly doesn't know that Jessica is his daughter, though, because there's that whole like super weird scene with Vladimir, Jessica, and Piter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's early on in the book.
And like, I don't think. I mean, Vladimir's fucked up, right? But like, I don't think he's that fucked up. If he had known that Jessica was his daughter.
No, because I mean that's the whole thing with the Bene Gesserits. They're super secretive. They would have just, stolen the baby or hurried them away in the night or whatever, and that would never have known.
Yeah.
We get it. I guess. I mean, whether he puts it together or not, he's got about 2 seconds to do so.
Yeah, because that Chris knife has a place to go, and it's right in the side of Vladimir's neck. And we get a nice little kind of
pushes his head and wham.
Yeah. He just palms Vladimir's forehead and just like holds it back.
Yeah, it just goes straight into the neck, and he even kind of like moves it around a little bit, which I was like,
twist it a little bit and everything. Yeah, it's
so gnarly.
It's not super great.
No.
The Sardaukar off on the side like kind of begin to tighten up on their swords a little bit too, as if they're going to be able to do anything against this massive crowd that's standing in the doorway. But who knows? I don't know if you noticed, there were some people in the Imperial Court that were like still looking on watching this, but there were other ones in the background that like immediately like turn their head and start looking up at the ceiling or like down at the floor or whatever. Like they don't want any part of this.
I think their plausible deniability's gone out the window.
Yeah, pretty much.
I didn't see nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know shit, man.
This is a lovely scene that doesn't happen in the book.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I have it for tomorrow's minute when the Baron finally goes, but I'll say it here. Sorry. It's so unceremonious in the books.
Yeah, it's literally like a paragraph.
In a short one at that, it's like 3 sentences.
Yeah, this is like a non-event in the book. Like, obviously it happens, but it's not treated with any fanfare or specialness. Yeah.
It is just, hey, I have the kid. Dead.
Shit.
Yeah.
And then Alia goes, you've met the Atreides Gom Jabbar, grandfather. And
Hell yeah,
then he
dude.
dies. And that's it.
Before we have all of our beeves to air out here, I want to wrap this minute though. There are 3 people not looking away through all of this. Shaddam and Irulan, they're both standing next to each other, just kind of like scowling up at Paul. And then there's a third person who is very intrigued by what's happening, and it's Fade. And I don't know if this was just my read on Fade for all of this, but Fade is like really into what's happening here.
I said he has a massive hard-on for the sight of his uncle dying.
Yeah, like
Too
he's
messant right here.
He's fucking at attention.
Yeah, in my notes, I wrote, "We open on a view of Fade looking like he just came, watching Paul kill the Baron."
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's like the last shot of this. We do get a little bit of the Baron's, like, his eyes kind of rolling back and his mouth is open and everything, and he still slowly starts to fade out. I guess not to. But yeah, then we see Fade just like.
Yeah.
It would have been better if he was. The only thing that
Like
could have been
nodding.
better if he was just like nodding his head in like the what's the Shining meme that's like put around where
It's
it's
the Jack Nicholson one,
Yeah.
but it's not from The Shining because that video is a much older Jack Nicholson.
oh, that's right. Okay, sorry, getting my meme origins mixed up.
How dare you? This is the
Not
internet,
online
Zach.
enough.
You need to be 100% correct all the time.
Maybe if I got on social media more than once a month, I would understand this.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Do the kids still do the memes? Is that
I think they're still memeing. Yeah,
okay? Yeah.
I've met a few memers in my day.
I don't know. You're the youngest one out of all of us. You would be the most apt to be up to date on that.
Yeah.
What's the library meme situation?
Library existed mostly on Twitter, and so there just isn't library online anymore.
Fair enough.
Get library on Blue Sky. It's nicer there.
Blue Sky just is nicer, period.
Are we going to talk about it
Percentage-
today, or are we going to
well-
talk about it tomorrow?
Well, percentage-wise, how much of this is made up for the movie? It's pretty high.
It's high. Yeah.
I would say probably 95%, give or take. Like, okay, so what's not made up is Shaddam and Guys Hill and Moheim are present.
Mm-hmm.
There are Sardaukar that are present.
Mm-hmm.
They're on Arrakis.
True.
Yes.
Fade is present.
I don't think
is
so.
he? Actually, no. I don't think
I
he's.
don't think so.
No. Because Fade probably would have done something about Alia.
Yeah, no, Fade. I don't think he's
Yeah,
present in this
Okay.
moment in the book.
All right. Yeah. So Shaddam, Vladimir, Guys Hill Moheim, Arrakis.
Well, Paul's not
Nope.
there.
Paul's not even there.
Nope.
For this.
Yeah.
Paul's outside doing his own thing
Yeah.
because this is all happening as the attack is like starting, give or take. You know.
Yeah.
When they're not protecting the Emperor and Irulan, they get them back on the ship as soon as all the sand starts happening.
Yep.
They're like, we're getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, they retreat back to the ship pretty quickly, but the
Get
nose gets-
Fenring.
Yeah, they say get Count Fenring, which rest in peace.
He's not here.
Yep.
Tim Blake Nelson, please.
Then they blow the nose off the ship. They say that a couple of times in the book. They blew the nose off the ship so they can't go anywhere.
Yep.
They're trying to escape back to orbit. So yeah,
That
I mean,
wouldn't work in the movie either.
no, there's no
Because it's
nose.
round. Yeah.
Ball. Yeah, 95% made up,
Okay, all right. Well,
I think.
getting the point across, I guess. We did get the grandfather before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got
So
grandfather
94% made up. Got it.
We did get grandfather before stabbing. So I guess that's
Yeah.
a couple of plot beats that they're keeping in.
It's just the wrong person stabbing with the wrong tool. Get out of my mind. I think that's just a Lynch.
Well, they have a conversation about telepathy
Yeah, they kind of snip at each other.
Sure, but not to the dramatic effect that
Oh, no.
it is in the Lynch film.
No. It's not unlike that, but it's not near as dramatic. Oh, man. Okay. Well, like I said, just very few book notes for this because it's not a wholly accurate book's sequence here. So nothing further from me. Any other notes from y'all before we dive into tomorrow's minute?
We're just edging with fade until tomorrow, I suppose.
I'm waiting anxiously.
Okay. All right, cool.
As always, you can find the Dune Minute online. Until we come back, we will be on Blue Sky at duneminute.com, and you can email duneminute@gmail.com if you'd like to get in touch with us. We'll see you tomorrow for another episode as we figure out what happens to Vladimir. Spoilers, he dies.
Wow.
I mean, if you lived being stabbed in the neck like that, that'd be pretty impressive.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, we'll see you then.
See ya.
Bye.